Now let's take a different approach to modeling this part. I want to incorporate symmetry from the very beginning at the sketch level. I'll create a sketch on the front plane, just like before. But instead of closing this sketch with a sketch line, I'll instead use a center line. I'll add the same dimensions as before, 3.5 inches and 0.75 inches. Now, if I select all of the geometry, including the center line, and click the Mirror Entities tool on the Sketch tab, the sketch is mirrored. I'll extrude the sketch a 1/4 inch. Click OK. And now I have the base of the part created. Next, I'll add the countersunk hole at the top. Once again, it is a 100-degree flathead screw. A 1/4 inch through all hole, centered with respect to this arc. Once the hole is created, I'll sketch the block on the top face and dimension the height and width. When I try to dimension the distance, notice there is no longer an edge to dimension to. In this case, I can either add a center line to dimension to, or dimension to the origin. I still have the challenge of centering the sketch to keep it from moving side to side. Like I did before, I'll use a center line. I'll attach the center line to the midpoint of the sketch segment, and then hover over the circular edge to wake up the midpoint of the arc. I'll add a vertical relation to the line, and the sketch is centered and fully defined. I'll extrude the sketch 1/2 inch. Make sure it's going in the correct direction, and click OK. Next comes the rounded part of the boss. I'll sketch it as I did before, but this time I'll use Auto Transition to quickly switch from the line tool to a perpendicular arc. Extrude the sketch up to surface, using the bottom of the block as the end surface. The final step is to put the counterbore hole in the boss. Recall that it's a socket head cap screw, 1/4 inch diameter, with an up-to-surface end condition, and its position concentric to the arc. Now I have to deal with the symmetry of the part. You can see that I need to mirror the tombstone-shaped boss and the 2-hole features. To do this, I'll use the same mirror tool as I did in the previous example, except this time, I'll use the top plane as the reference. And instead of using the Bodies to Mirror selection box, I'll enable the Features to Mirror selection box. I want to select the features from the feature tree, which I can access by expanding it here, or by clicking on the banner at the top of the Property Manager. I'll select the 2 features that make up the boss and the 2 holes. I'll click OK. And you can see that the part is exactly the same as the first example. The advantage of mirroring features instead of a body is that if you decide you don't want the part to be perfectly symmetric, you can simply edit the mirror feature and remove it from the selection window. For instance, to remove one of the holes, I'll edit the mirror feature, delete the hole wizard feature from the selection window, and click OK.